Hello friends, and welcome to our May audio book video. In this video we will be talking about all of the books that I'm going to listen to on audio over the month of May that aren't scheduled in for different videos, so I can have a chance to talk about them. Let me go grab the first one we're listening to. The first book that I am listening to for this video is going to be the Legacy of Yangchen by F.C. Lee. This is the fourth book in the Avatar's Chronicles series, and I'm gonna be honest, I loved the first two, The Rise of Kyoshi and the Shadow of Kyoshi. This is so pretty though, and I absolutely loved those. Like, I think I gave them 5 stars and 4 stars, and then I read The Dawn of Yangchen, and I thought it was so boring, and I gave it 2 stars, and that was probably like 6+ months ago. I literally think it was like in September of last year, so there's that. So I started listening to this, and I'm gonna admit I am very confused, but I gave the other book 2 stars. I don't want to reread it to know what's going on, so I think I'm gonna like look up some like spoiler info about The Dawn of Yangchen before I continue on the audio of this, because I genuinely have no idea what's going on. I mean, I'm literally like 2 chapters in, and I think I'm like starting to remember like who's who. The thing is in the first book, they're like, Yangchen was like almost a side character in the first book, and so I kind of forgot that until I got started on this. But this is YA fantasy, and I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have a tattoo of Zuko here on my leg, big fan, but I'm just like, I read a review in the first one, The Dawn of Yangchen. It's almost like the author just doesn't like the character, and that's genuinely how it feels. So I'm hoping it like gets better, because so far, not good. But I don't know what else we'll listen to, but that's where we're starting, baby. Okay, I'm 74% into this book, and you guys, I still don't really know what's going on, if I'm being honest with you. It's still kind of a mystery. I'm probably gonna give it a 2. I just don't think I care about Yangchen's story very much, and it's just boring. It's just boring, and I don't like it. But I will be keeping it. I tend to get rid of books if I don't rate them a 3 or higher, but because it's part of the series, we will keep it. But I'm just not happy about the experience that I'm having. Hello, friends. Okay, we finished this nonsense, The Legacy of Yangchen, and I gave it 3 stars. It's like fine. I think that like, read the 2 Kyoshi books if you're interested, but skip these. They're kind of boring. This picked up right where the other one left off, and it's definitely spoilable, so I'm not gonna really say much other than I gave it 3 stars. I'm not 1000% sure what we're gonna be listening to next, because I'm currently in the middle of a like super long audiobook for a different video, and then I think when I finish that, I'm gonna be listening to a super long audiobook for a different video. So I will check in with you guys when it's time to listen to something specifically for you, but we're starting out with a 3 star. Okay guys, we have a little update. We do. I have just finished, yesterday I listened to the audio for Kiki's Delivery Service. This was so cute. The audiobook was like 4 hours long. It was just a cute little time. Basically, we have our main girl Kiki, and she has come of age. I think it's like 12 or 13. This is middle grade fantasy, and this society, witches, is just like a thing. Not everybody is a witch, but they're widely known. It's not like a secret or anything. And whenever a daughter of a witch becomes of age, she has to decide if she wants to follow the mom's footsteps and become a witch, which Kiki decides she does. So her parents give her some food and some money, and they send her on her way, and she has to spend the next year away from home, like finding her place as a witch. So Kiki finds this town that doesn't have a witch, and nobody really wants her there except for this one family. This like pregnant woman takes her in and helps her find her niche, which is to be a delivery service for the people of the town. And it was so cute, and I gave it 4 stars. Highly recommend. And then my library audio hold for The Shining came through. I have read one other Stephen King so far. I read Pet Sematary, and I did not like it, and I gave it 2 stars. So I thought maybe The Shining would be the one for me. I'm like trying to not be a hater, and I'm trying to like Stephen King. So in this book, if you don't know, I'm like 30% in. We have our main character Jack, and Jack is a struggling alcoholic. He is trying to remain sober because while he was drunk, he like broke his son's arm, and that was kind of like the wake-up call he needed because his wife is gonna leave him, blah blah blah. So he gets fired from his job because he did, and so he is going to become an off-season caretaker of the Overlook Hotel, and his whole family is going to live there. His son is 5, his name is Danny, and Danny's kind of a peculiar child. He's very, very, very smart, but he has this like imaginary friend. I don't remember the friend's name. Tom or Tim or something. I thought if I just like opened the book I was gonna like find the name, but he has this imaginary friend who he says tells him things, and he's able to like sense when things happen. Like for example, his dad was in an accident, and he wakes up in the middle of the night and is like, mommy, daddy was in an accident, and all of these weird things are starting to happen because he has what is called the Shining, or the Shine, as this one man who works at the hotel first to death. His parents don't really know what it is. They just think something's wrong with him and they want to take him to the doctor. But that's basically where I'm at in the book. Is they've just arrived to the hotel, the final guests have checked out, and they are going to start their journey of caretaking for it. I don't like a long-winded book, and I think that's like my issue. Like this is over 600 pages. I just like, I don't care that much. So that's why I'm glad that I'm listening to it. I'm thinking right now it's like a 4. It's fine. Nothing like, there's been some creepy vibes, but that's exciting. And then this morning I actually woke up to so many audiobook holds, one of them being Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. So if I happen to finish The Shining while I'm working, I will switch to Mockingjay. This would be like my next up book. I also got a hold for Starling House and something else. I got one for Drowning by TJ Newman. I woke up to 3. And then there was a couple that I was able to get last night because I only had like 1 or 2 things left. But if I finish The Shining, we will move into the Mockingjay, or just Mockingjay, which I won't obviously dive too deep into. I mean, it's been out for forever, but talking about like how that book goes would for sure be spoiler territory for the movie. So with that being said, we are just gonna jump back into The Shining by Mr. King. We have finished The Shining. I'm not gonna like really talk more about what it's about because I don't want to give anything away, because it is like a horror, a mystery. This was not scary. I don't know. I think maybe Stephen King is not the author for me. I don't love a book that's like spending 1,000,000 pages. I don't like a mystery thriller horror book where we spend so much time getting to know the characters. And I know now that that's what Stephen King is. It's kind of like his shtick. And I think his books are incredibly too long for me personally. So I just think he may not be the author for me. I did give this 3 stars. Like, I enjoyed the story, but like, I love a haunted house story. Haunted houses are like my favorite kind of horror and thriller. And it just like, it was fine. I gave it 3 stars. I don't know that I'm ever gonna read another Stephen King. I don't own anymore. I've read this 3 stars, and I gave Pet Sematary 2 stars. So I think it's just not, he's just not for me, which is fine. And then I listened to about 30% of Mockingjay. I will admit, I don't really live, laugh, love the narrator, but Mockingjay is book 3 in the Hunger Games trilogy, so I can't say a ton without giving anything away. But basically in this book is basically the rebellion is in full force. And I've watched the movies like a bazillion times. This is my first time actually reading the books. And yeah, I am quite enjoying it. I feel like the popular opinion is that Catching Fire is everybody's favorite. But like, for me, the OG Hunger Games is my favorite. Like, the OG book 1. movie one. All of that is my favorite. And like I gave that 5 stars, then I gave Catching Fire 4 stars. And I have a feeling this will be 4 stars. This is not going to be 5. But like nothing makes me cry as much as Rue dying. Come on. Come on. So that's that. I don't know what I will be listening to for this video next because I'm going out of town this upcoming week. And so I won't be working. And I'm taking the next week off. So I'll probably finish Mockingjay. I'm going to be filming this week basically my bedroom is my book room. And we have these shelves, my rainbow shelves here. And then I have my black and white shelves in my cart here. And then we have this huge wall of nothing. And that's about to be being filled with bookshelves. So we're going to be having our bedroom book room makeover this week. And I will probably listen to the rest of Hunger Games while I'm building bookshelves. That's just like most likely the situation. Or I'll put on YouTube. We'll see. But that's all for now, folks. I'm not sure if I gave you guys the final thoughts on this. If so, we're going to cut this out. So I did give it 3 stars, and then I have since listened to the entirety of Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I did not love the audiobook for this, but I did in fact give it 4 stars. My personal ranking of the original Hunger Games trilogy is the way it was published. Like, my favorite is Hunger Games, my second favorite is Catching Fire, and I do like Mockingjay the least because you don't get any of the games in this. This is just heavy on politics, which isn't like my most favorite thing in the whole wide world. But that was listened to. Another book that I listened to this month that I don't have, pop it up right here, is Sky Daddy by Kate Folk. Me and Andrea, one of my best friends, we buddy read this. Well, we listened to it, obviously, on our drive to and from Dallas for Board Game Convention, and wow, what a book. This book is about our mean girl, Linda, and she has sexual attraction to airplanes, not humans. And it is basically about her dealing with that. And that's really all you need to know going into it. I gave it 2 stars, and my review was, well, that is something I have now read, and I stand by that. I don't think I'm going to be listening to anything else in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a lot. Last month had a lot more audiobooks because I was busy with a ShopWide sale. This month has been kind of chill. Next month will also be pretty chill, and then the July video I'm sure will be pretty stacked. I also was able to get a ton of audiobooks for other videos this month, which has been super exciting. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!